us. We have in the studio on my left-hand side Mr. Ayodele Adewale, who's the current chairman of Amuwo Odofin Local Government. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise. And sitting next to him is the special advisor on environment to the governor of the state of Osun, as they call it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And he was a former chairman of Valimosho Local Government in Lagos State.
Thank you.
On the other side here, just beside me on the right-hand side, is Ozo Nwabweze Okafor, who is the President, Association of Local Government of Nigeria, and also the current chairman of Enugu South Local Government Area in Enugu State.
That's what I mean.
Good. Now, I'm thinking, where do we start? Let me talk to the chairman of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria. You, to some extent, can be said to be speaking for local government chairmen across the nation. What is the opinion of local government chairmen in Nigeria regarding fiscal autonomy or financial autonomy for the local governments?
Well, our positions are very clear. We made the presentations to the Constitutional Amendment Committee of the National Assembly, both the Senate and the House of Representatives. And we have severally said that the future of Nigeria's development lies with the local government. So we want a local government system that will have the capacity to develop the people of Nigeria. And we are not talking just about the fiscal autonomy. We're talking about the equality administrative autonomy. So local governments will be free and independent to design, to plan, to appropriate and implement programs that will address the needs of their local governments, the peculiar needs of their different local governments and their different communities. We are saying that we should bring government as close as possible to the people so that people can participate in our present democracy. So that's what we're saying. And we're anchoring that on two basic things. First, all the state governments in Nigeria should follow what was provided for in the Constitution in Section 7.1, that the system of local government by democratically elected councils is hereby under this section guaranteed. And when you say it's guaranteed, it's very clear, it's iron cast, it's not ambiguous, that the system of government at the local government level by democratically elected councils is under this section guaranteed. So we are saying that every state in Nigeria should ensure that we have democratically elected councils. Because only when you have a council that the local government can plan, the local government have a budget that a council will pass and give to the executive arm of the local government to implement. And those budgets, we capture the needs of the different communities we have in the local areas, communities who are so distant from the state government. So that is the first plank. The second plank we're saying is that these sections 162, especially subsection 6, should be removed from our constitution so that we would have local governments that will receive their funds directly as the states receive their funds. Yesterday, in most of the papers, especially in this day, I saw a publication from the Federal Ministry of Finance showing local governments receiving 200 and something million, 300 millions, some 180 million naira for their local governments. And we know at the end of the day, some local governments in Nigeria that have been given about 200 million, some will receive 2 million naira. I can tell you that. Because in my position as president of Argon, I've traveled around the states, and I can tell you the practices we have in most of the states. Some states that you will see them publishing 300 million naira for, the local government councils will receive 2 million. Thereby setting up the chairman. That is why you have these feelings among Nigerians that the chairman are not delivering. Because how can a man deliver when you're not given the tools to deliver? So what I'm saying is that we should use this opportunity of this constitutional review to make sure that the gaps we have in the Constitution that a lot of states have exploited to weaken the local government system is closed, and such areas or such sections in the Constitution that have given people the room to just use the local government as a conduit to take public funds should be closed.
Okay, so let me ask you, Bola Ilori, you were a chairman of Alimosho local government in Lagos State, and you now work with the governor of state of Osun. Now, what's your take on the issue of autonomy? I'm sure your experience will tell you something or the other.
Yeah, I would say that I differ largely from the opinion expressed by the Argon chairman. As far as I'm concerned, with benefit of hindsight, I believe that what the issues are, we are like forgetting why did Nigeria get to where it is now? What is the history behind the creation of joint account? Because that's the issue. It's called JAC, joint account. There's usually a joint account committee in the state that administer the funds that is meant for local government, in quotes. I recollect very vividly in those era. I've been chairman now like 10 years ago, so that was quite a long time. The history behind it was the fact that local teachers' salaries could not be paid by local government administration when they were earning their money directly. That was what led to the creation of the joint account, so that states could monitor the disposition, how we disbursement of funds to the various councils. So then teacher salary got paid, but you used to have strike upon strike upon strike because there will be no payment of teacher salary.
Why were there no payment? Was it that the local government chairman at that point 10 years ago were inefficient or incapable of managing their finances?
You know, as the funds, it became a sinking fund. As the funds gets to council, the money will largely disappear. That's a major shortcoming. Also, you used to have the problem that how much really, if you allow a local government to carry its own body, how many local government will even survive? Forget about all this big talk about 200 million, 300 million. It's like that. You know, you have such releases. But you look at local government in a state. Let's pick Lagos. Alimosho, as of today, has a registered voter of over 750,000. The whole of Bayelsa, where President Jonathan is from, has a registered voter of less than 600,000. And Alimosho is called one local government. Now, and Bayelsa has 8 local government. Alimosho is recognized as just one local government. In Bayelsa, they have 3 senators, they have House of Rep, they have all manners of things. But this is Alimosho that is one local government. You are giving Alimosho the fund of one local government. Tell me how far it will go. Therefore, whether the state likes it or not, there must be some measure of pooling of funds for them to even be able to pay for some of those teachers. That happens across board. That was what necessitated the joint account, because you cannot discriminate that don't come to my school, don't go to my school, because those also accounted for part of the problem that you had under the old arrangement. So as it is, those are part of the things that led to the creation of joint accounts committee, where funds could now be charged as first charge across all the funds available in the state to pay for education.
But don't you think that in a situation where you have Alimosho local government having that large number of people living within it, the Lagos state government has made so much effort to create LCDAs because they feel that some of these local governments are too large for ease of management.
Yeah, I think I'll help him because he doesn't understand the issues.
Let him. I'd like him. No, I'd like him. I'd like him to finish. I'll come back to you in a minute. I'll come back to you. Yes, I'll come back to you. Yes, I'll come back to you in a minute. Now, don't you think it is better to create smaller local governments for ease of management at grassroots level rather than take away their fund from them and let the states manage it for them?
Now, what you are saying will have been more appropriate.
Yes.
Assuming that federalism in itself, because that's at the key, at the heart of this matter, recognizes local government as a tier of government. That's another aberration in Nigeria. In any other, I want to be enlightened, in any other state, any other country that has local government as a tier of government, what should have been done in Nigeria is this. Local government listing, because Lagos created it, but it became inchoate because the National Assembly has not made the consequential provision that is expected of it to be made. So even the creation of SCDA has little or no financial implication for effective administration, because the federal government today, if they are going to release funds, will not be releasing to LCDA, so it will still be releasing to Alimosho. The problem is still not solved. What would have been expected is a situation where listing, that's why the problem is, listing of local government in the constitution should have been removed. Then let each state take charge, as it is in every other federal arrangement. Take charge of the number of local government that is appropriate for it. The creation of LCDA in Lagos has only reduced administrative bottleneck. It has not improved the financial fortune of the various local government, because what is coming is still what is coming. So what should have been done is Lagos determine the number of local government you need.